Hello, Earth Angels, Divine Beings, Chosen Ones. Welcome into my channel. This is your fortress for your etheric messages. We're just going to see what comes through, okay? Spirit's been ticking me with a message. They want me to start off with these big goddess cards because there's a potent message that's trying to, you know, make its way through to me on the airwaves. I'm just going to go with the flow with this. We've got Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Wow. They're giving me avatar level consciousness with this card. Okay, so when your higher self is truly embodied in your vessel, your temporary vessel, then you really have to stick with it, right? Okay, regardless of the 3D consequences, regardless of how people treat you, you will not be puppeteered. You will not be controlled by other people's expectations of you. You stay in your divine energy at all times. Now, they're giving me avatar level consciousness because we don't want our current earth angels, light workers, chosen ones, healers, star seeds, hybrids, gods to feel like they're going to be persecuted like they were before. Okay, this is the new shit. Okay, they're giving it to me blunt tonight. We are the new legion, okay, of God's warriors. So they want you to know that the way the game is played nowadays, we've done so much good work. We've done so much light work. We've lifted the frequency up so high in our consciousness that now we can afford to see play in this game as not being sacrifices or sacrificial lambs like these goddesses and people in the past who would really get victimized and tortured for holding on to their authenticity and their connection to God. But now, in this now moment, we have so much power that we can play the game like it really is a game, like it's GTA, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting here. That's what avatar level consciousness is all about. So this is a beautiful card. And I know that this specific deity goddess got really persecuted for holding her faith and for sticking with Christ, okay? For sticking with that Christ consciousness so beautifully at a time when people were being completely persecuted and completely treated like they were expendable. Well, now we're back, okay? We're all back. Law of one being split off into many. And they want me to tell you that we can go into each other's akashas and share our knowledge, all right? So that's pretty beautiful stuff, actually. I'm getting quite a lot through from this, but let's see what cards come out because there's a lot here. They want you guys to really understand the true nature of the game. And when you hold your light, it's not going to get you persecuted anymore, okay? Because it's literally like we have done so much work to lift the frequency. Remember, the fabric of consciousness is just bubbles of consciousness, each being an entire world in and of themselves. Well, the bigger the consciousness, it's like Russian dolls. You've got all the tiny little 3D minds clustered together in the middle. Then you've got the fourth dimensional minds, like the rings of Saturn, they're showing me, ringing their consciousness around the cluster. Then the fifth dimensional beings, then the sixth dimensional beings. So if you're a sixth dimensional consciousness on this planet, your consciousness is more powerful than all of those consciousnesses at a lower vibration. So they want you to understand you are an entire world in and of yourself, and you control that world with your frequency. This really is go time for chosen ones. This really is time for us to be fully enthusiastic and fully in our authenticity, okay? Fully being who we truly are, who we truly know ourselves to be as God's envoys for a lot of us. It doesn't matter though if you've been chosen or not. If your heart center is lit up and you want to be the change, okay, you want to bring beautiful energy and create your own personal heaven on earth, you work for God, you work for the positive polarity. You are one of the good ones, okay? Because there are a lot of players on this plane of existence who don't serve the light, okay? So two sides, the light and the dark. And that's how it's always been, which is why we see it on movies, TV shows, all of that good stuff over and over again. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords coming out first of all, okay? So let's see what is related to this. Page of Wands flipping over, but I'm not going to take that. I'm going to shuffle it back in and we're going to see what wants to be seen. Show me. What about this Four of Swords? What about this Four of Swords? Okay. the World card. Okay, so you could be like really completing your healing at this time. And again, there's that avatar level consciousness. You can see it with this card. All these dimensional, geometric shapes coming through with the World. And what's fallen out here? Let's have a look. The Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. We'll see if any of those come back out. But this really is about completing the cycle of healing, getting out of that feeling of having to hide. I really feel like for a lot of us, it's so natural for us to feel like underground kind of warriors because we've had it in so many lifetimes. Those of us that can really connect to our Akash, we can see through the lens of our previous incarnations real easy. I mean, it's really simple and easy for sixth dimensional players of the game to switch between various lenses of consciousness. So you could have always had, you know, a feeling that you were from other times and stuff because you've lived so many different lifetimes. And now I feel like it's time for us to kind of sew those wounds up. All right, it's tricky. It's tricky. I watch a guy called Cryon, and he's a channeler. He channels you know, it's a guy called Lee Carroll, and he channels Cryon, and they talk about the old souls being able to conjure up past life dreams. Just before you go to sleep, you might say, Spirit, God, whatever, can I please have a past life dream, okay, tonight in my sleep? Last time I did that, it was freaking traumatic, okay? It was so traumatic, and the energy stays with you. So I feel like you're healing up some past life trauma here. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Page of Cups, and getting ready to kind of move outwards with this new enthusiasm. Okay, the Page of Cups is all about being your own best friend, but what does that really mean? It means getting your mind on the station, the right frequency of the mind tuned in to your higher self. That's what Abraham Hicks is always saying, right? For anyone who watches Abraham Hicks, it's so much more than just telling people to chill out and go after their dreams, okay? If you can read between the lines, you will really map out Abraham's teachings and realize that what they're saying is that we are essentially, in a way, humans are pretty much like AI anyway. We're created intelligence. Our vessels have been created. The soul moves into the vessel. And the Page of Cups is about tuning yourself to that imagination again. Okay, do not be gaslit by science. This is the message coming through. You need to be ethereal. You need to be understanding that your imagination is your workroom of creativity. So there's something about a fresh start here, letting the old story be the old story and telling a new story. There's something here about your origin story maybe being particularly difficult. So they need you to see that you are the winner, okay, that you won whatever storyline you've been in your whole life as a chosen one, or as someone who gets particularly targeted by the negative team, by the darkness, right, by the old energy. You know, the more radiant your heart, the more these effers, the more they target you, okay? So whoever I'm speaking to, this is like you really upgrading your mind, switching the story in your head. You're not a victim, you're a winner. And that's what Spirit wants you to see here. We've got the Empress coming out with the 8 of Swords. So this could be an energy of every time you've blossomed in the past, someone had a problem with it. And now your mind is kind of like, whoa, okay, is it going to be the same as it was before? Is it going to be the same as it was in my past lives? Is it going to be the same old crap? We've got the moon energy coming out, and there's a heavy moon energy on this Empress also. So we're currently in a full moon in England. We're going through the moon phase right now. I feel like this could be a step up. This is a step for you to go on to with this new cycle that's coming in. After this full moon fades out, I feel like you're going to feel different. You're going to feel like you've gone through kind of like a portal, okay? Just letting your mind and your soul flow and click into gear. And I feel like you need to birth yourself out of the old storyline. You really need to kind of make that decision and get your consciousness to the point where it can truly see that the old version of you isn't real anymore. And to switch the story up so that you're the winner of the story. You are the one that gets to decide how you view yourself in your own life story. And this is essential to us keeping our head switched into our higher self, to not over-identify with any life in particular, because we come onto this cosmic stage so many times and play so many different roles. But yeah, I feel like you're going to birth a new version of you. And look at this beautiful big Ace of Cups. This beautiful heart energy. Maybe you felt a bit confused lately with this moon energy, because with the moon showing up with the Eight of Swords, this is someone who it's like, who the hell am I? What the hell am I doing here? And it's because you're switching into old stories, or maybe seeing yourself through the lens of people who haven't understood you, questioning your own sanity, thinking, am I crazy? Because these people are reflecting that I'm crazy at me. You know, if people don't understand you, we're pack animals. So while we're in this flesh, in this vessel, if we keep on having people throwing that energy of us that they don't understand us, it makes us feel like we're going crazy. It's those mirror neurons, okay? But an avatar level consciousness, a being, they can zone up into their higher self. They can get memos from their soul group. Remember that, soul group, the ones who always understand you, the ones who've been coming into this cosmic stage, this cosmic theater with you over and over and over again for possibly thousands and thousands of incarnations, right? If not more. I mean, we're so infinite. So this is about you loving yourself. This is about getting into that loving energy where you are your own child, where you are the one that you have to nurture. You are the one that has to pick yourself up and hold your own hand and patch yourself up every time you go through a chapter or a battle in your life that leaves you feeling confused or anxious or whatever. It leaves you needing to be healed back up to your authentic, true self, who is always your higher self. Your higher self is always who you truly are. So this is about you walking, you know, that inner child of yours, walking your own inner child through this doorway of love and only accepting your higher self as who you truly are, letting go of all the old storylines that are attached to other people who don't even necessarily like you or know you, okay? And trust me, when you've got a mother like mine, you understand the enemies come in all formats, okay? People who have no true understanding of you, you do not let them dictate who you are or how you view yourself. So I feel like this full moon could be a really important time for you. It doesn't even have to be the full moon, okay? This just represents the illusion, coming through the illusion that you could ever be anything other than your higher self, than a beautiful portion of the divine, okay? So don't rush yourself with this just because I'm saying full moon or whatever. This is a natural process in your spiritual pathway for you to really see yourself as, you know, the parent of yourself. You hear these people talking about reparenting yourself. You hear about integrating the shadow, all of those things. But really, we have to understand we are multi-dimensional beings, which is why we can talk to ourselves, right? We can truly talk to ourselves. So this is about you guiding the fearful part of you, the unhealed part of you, the part of you that, you know, has gone through all this stuff and taken on the burdens. This is about you walking that part of you through this new doorway, creating a new origin story, seeing through the eyes of God how strong you are, how powerful you are, all the things you've gotten through. Okay, having a beautiful viewpoint on yourself, the same way a parent would view you. A really loving parent who truly loves you and truly wants the best for you. This is about really creating that in your mind and making it your new truth and your new reality. Maybe I'm talking to someone who's been a bit harsh on yourself over the years. I know I can be very militant and very hard on myself, and it's only when I attract in a karmic partner who speaks to me from outside of me, the way I've gotten in the habit in the past of speaking to myself, being so critical, so militant, so hard on myself for so many years. And there was a place and a time for that. I had to be militant. I didn't have anyone. From the smallest, youngest age, I had no one protecting me. I had to zone into the ethers. I had to rely on the spirit world to protect me. And God protects no one harder than he protects the little children, you know. But you are a child of God, and it's about seeing yourself through that lens of God and knowing how infinitely beautiful, healable, wonderful, glorious, celebratable you are as a portion of God, as your own individual amazing being. Okay, so this is all about that new start with this Ace of Cups, and you really kind of allowing yourself to flow on out and take your prizes with the World card. Take the prize of having won whatever levels you've won. Okay, this is about reaching that higher self platform again. You know, there are so many gifts waiting for you when your mind can zone like a TV station, when you tune your mind through love back up to the higher self, the golden channel of the mind. There's so much loot waiting for you after all these battles It's all reliant on whether you can get that faith back up, get yourself recharged again, and have that fondness for your life again. So I hope I'm not being too lectury, but this is really coming through quite powerfully, okay? God wants his realist warriors to understand you are the best, and no one can do it like you do it. But because you are the best, you see things clearly, you can see things from all sides and angles, because you are fair, because you do work for God. God and the divine do not want you to question yourself anymore, to feel like, did I do it right? It's because you've got a conscience. They don't want the realist warriors with the purest of consciousness to end up demonizing themselves or end up stuck in storylines that are just beneath you, okay? You are a badass player of the game. This is about healing yourself, getting yourself back up to that avatar level consciousness, being a true warrior for God, clearing that mind right out of all the old storylines. Let's see what else comes out. Show me. Okay, I'm shuffling those back in. These cards are going crazy tonight. 8 of Wands. You want the top one. Okay, cutting off those old storylines. Okay, so what they're showing me is like, imagine this Queen of Wands had ropes tied to her legs and tied to, so they're giving me like this sticky elastic band energy. So this is all about cutting any ropes, any cords that are stuck to you, because they're giving me this like a physical feeling, okay? It's almost like there are old magnetic storylines pulling your consciousness back onto them, and they want you to chop right through those ropes, okay, and let yourself flow ahead really quickly. Because when you've been pulled back by resistance and old energies, and then you chop those old energies off you, it's like chopping through an elastic band. You're just going to fly forward really powerfully, like ping, you know. Let's have a look what else is coming out. Show me more. She's so clear-minded, sat on this card, the Queen of Swords. She's so clear-minded when it comes to who she is. There's a big dignity to this Queen of Swords, okay? She sees very clearly her place. Yeah, the Sun card, I thought that wanted to come out. She sees very clearly that her place is the divine realms, places of dignity, caring, understanding. And we've got the Sun card with the King of Swords here. They're both very relaxed beings. Okay, so this could be a heads up to getting to that place where you belong with people who are like you, okay, which we only get there through our mind. We only get there by flowing our mind in the right direction. We've got a 5 of Swords showing up on the table. What else? What else? Queen of Pentacles. There could be someone talking in your ear here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. They're pulling me to this raven or this crow in the ear of this man, and he's just kind of like stressed, okay? He's just like... So it could be that you're being influenced by people. Could be a mother figure here with this Queen of Pentacles, a very proud mother figure who loves to be in control. Maybe you feel like they're judging you, or there's someone in your life that is kind of judging you, trying to direct you, trying to puppeteer you, trying to talk in your ear. When you just need to be free here, you need to understand you've always got a team, a divine team on your side, a big entourage. And I feel like there's a divide that you need to cross when it comes to your mindset, because we've got a pairing on the table. This is about you choosing, do I allow myself to be puppeteered by lower vibrational beings? Even people who think they've got your best interests at heart, it's not their life, it's your spiritual pathway. So people need to wriggle out of these connections that make you feel like you owe them something. You don't, you work for God. Your only obligation is to fulfill your own spiritual mission and get back to your soul group, okay? Your soul group are waiting for you here. People who are just like you, people who understand you, people who are going to be so familiar to you when you meet them. It's going to feel a little bit like, whoa. My person is literally, you can feel people in your mind when they really understand you. You really can feel their mind within your mind and your mind within their mind, because you exist within each other's minds. So this is you coming into contact with someone whose mind you already exist within because you're soul group. So it doesn't matter about the physical distance. When you come across this person, it's going to feel like, whoa, because you might have spent a lot of time alone with the Hermit card, you know, only relying on yourself. Even if there are physical beings around you, you might not have actually spent, you know, a lot of time being understood, right? We can be around so many people and they're kind of just flesh in the room and they make noise and blah, blah, but their consciousness is not combined with your consciousness. like your soul group are. So yeah, I feel like it's time to come out into the sunshine after a period of time where you've been going through this moon energy. The moon is the experience the soul has to go through before it gets to the happiness. So it's going to be confusing. It's going to be a test, okay? Nothing is quite what it seems with the moon. And I feel like your opinion on yourself has got to shift into the supreme GTA level player of the cosmic play of Earth, okay? Because there are definitely your team players are waiting for you here with this King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This is like a gorgeous, this isn't just romantic, right? This is like soul group. So it's not all about the romance, but it is all about the love here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, nice. Destiny calling. Your destiny's calling. That wheel is taking you with it. And we've got the Knight of Swords here. So again, there's that sense of propulsion, that sense of being propelled forward. Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You know, with this Seven of Wands, she's keeping herself guarded from all these lower energies. They're coming from beneath her, right? And she's just got to hold her faith that God will protect her. Hold on to what matters to her. Hold on to her internal peace. But I feel like you're moving somewhere quite quickly. There's just this energy of you being tugged on, something pulling on you, something trying to pull you back. Well, this is the test. You go for what your heart truly, truly feels uplifted by. And, you know, I feel like it's going to move quickly with the Knight of Swords. This could be your soul group. I mean, they're always there in the background, right? Your soul group are just always there for you. But I feel like they're sending you more energy now, or like you've shifted up closer to your avatar level consciousness. And the more you shift up to that avatar level consciousness, the more energy you can receive from your soul group, because you just get higher and higher vibration. So I feel like there's a lot of surprises on your pathway in terms of how close you feel to this idea of your soul group. We've got the Grim Reaper, okay? Something's over, all right? This is the old story being over and done with. This is you really realizing, you know what? This is a new page, a new time, and you're going to let go of the hurt here, all right? We've got the Heartbroken card, and yeah, sudden change. I feel like you're going to decide you've had enough of this old storyline, and you're just going to really quickly allow yourself to move forward out of it. We've got date. Okay, so this is a beautiful mindset of, you know, getting yourself prepared for meeting new people, getting yourself prepared for all the things you can do. We've got keys on a ring here. Realizing how many options you've got. This is a sense of freedom when you feel like you've got all these options, because something in your life right now is not enough for you. Look at this. Something in your life is not enough. What you're living right now isn't enough for you. Your soul wants to break free and be this avatar level consciousness with the Phoenix. And again, tarot is all about creating our own reality, having the faith to leap forward into a new timeline, not knowing for sure if it's going to catch us. But therein lies the key. You create your reality, so when you jump, you know you're going to catch yourself deep down, right? But it's just when we let the physical illusion fill us full of fear, when we get too calculated, when we get too worried, when we start thinking we can plan and control everything, that fucks up the flow of the dream, okay, guys? So I feel like this is you. This is the Phoenix, okay? This is you becoming you know, a much more powerful player in the game, because you're sat on the throne of your higher self, realizing, you know what, I don't have to put up with old storylines. I don't have to put up with, look who's here. Oh, this really annoys me, this energy. Girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm. And then we've got the mask coming out behind it. Passion and palm tree here. I feel like you really need to put down a storyline that just keeps on going round in your life, okay? And I know if it's your mum or someone like that, it feels like, oh, but it's my mum. That's your spiritual test. Are you going to let anyone but God rule you? Because you answer only to God. Parents don't own their children. So that might piss someone off out there. But sometimes when you get pissed off, you need to be pissed off. I'm loyal to no one but God first and foremost. I seek ye first the kingdom of God. And any allies of God who come along my pathway, of course, we're going to get along like a house on fire. But whoever this is, this Five of Swords energy, every time you go onto their timeline, you're getting pulled down from your avatar level consciousness. So you could feel like a totally different person when you're around a specific person who has some sort of power or control. or influence over you, okay? You're gonna feel like a different person because you've literally just gone on to a different TV station. You've gone off of the main show, the higher self show, where things are always working out for you and you're a badass player of the game. There's someone in your life that when you speak to them, you go on to it's like changing the TV station, right? Please, someone in the comments, let me know if life feels like that to you sometimes. You can be one place with some people and you feel like life's going a certain way, and then you come across someone else and it just feels like, oh, what channel is this? Someone get the remote control, okay? So there's something that's not enough for you here. And this is all about you transforming and letting yourself get into that higher self energy. Be your own best friend. You don't need any outside confirmation, although it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but this is all about refilling yourself with that cup of divine love. Okay, letting it flow in from your higher self, from your soul group. If you could see what the etheric realms looked like, how beautiful it is in the permanence of the etheric realm. Oh, don't get distracted by earth. Everything has to crumble on this earth. If you could see what you're really building in the etheric realms with your soul group, wow, you would never fear this place or worry about what one person says, or you would never give a crap about any of that fake illusional crap ever again, okay? So you got to love this, okay? Because this is all the spiritual energies coming in to get you in the driver's seat of your own life and to get you seeing through the lens of the divine and having fun with all this, getting back into the seat of creation and creating, using this place as an artistic creational portal to, you know, really focus on things you love and create copies of them in the etheric realm. That's how good it is, guys. There's nothing too serious going on here, although I do sound a little bit serious from time to time because I love you, okay? And I try and get my points across, you know, and I'm fucking crazy. I work for God, so I'm going to be crazy. So have fun with this, darlings, okay? Treat yourself like the most precious child of the universe and trust yourselves, okay, my lovelies? Trust yourselves. Keep it badass, okay? I love you lots.